How's it going, guys? Wazza255 here for Blood Rose Allegiance. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do some smokes on Mirage. To begin with, you want to enable your console, so how you do that is you go to your settings menu. You'll see it here under game, so you can just click here or it'll just be here. Enable developer console with the tilde key, obviously yes. Then that's the one just under escape on your keyboard. It'll bring up this. Basically you want to type in all these commands one by one, as you can see the ones I've got here. So for example, I'll just show you sv underscore cheats, and then you would change that to 1, and that'll allow you to have all this stuff. You can change these ones here if you have a look. So bind up arrow gives smoke grenades, and noclip is capslock. What noclip is it just makes you fly around, so you can watch where you throw your smokes. And so mine's just set for capslock, and the up arrow key will give me a smoke. So as you can see, it switched to a smoke, and if I keep pressing it, they'll drop on the floor. And you can also give yourself weapons as well. So for example, that's an AWP. Anyway, moving on with the smokes. So probably one of the easiest and simplest smokes for CT is just wedging yourself at this doorway. There's a grate here, as you can see. So just line yourself up with this middle part, I guess. And you want to line your crosshair so the eastern point of the horizontal crosshair is in line with this, like, the corner of this brick, and your western one will follow the edge of this, like, slope. Hopefully that makes sense. So just line those two up, jump through, and that will land in CT. Sometimes you can have a little bit of a gap just down here, so be aware of that. I have thrown it a few times and messed it up, and what that'll do is that'll sort of expose you for your default plant, which is usually about right here. So just be careful of that one, but other than that, it's a pretty easy and simple smoke. So one of the easiest smokes for stairs is to just wedge yourself here, line your crosshair up so your north and west points are in line with this corner here. So I'll zoom in, make that a little bit easier for you, so that those 2 points meet. And you want to bring your crosshair up to these 2 black dot parts. You can sort of see it when you line it up. So line it up with those 2, and then go as high as those 2 black dots, and then just left click throw, it'll bounce, land directly on stairs for you. So let's say you want to smoke connector, you don't really, you also want to smoke off jungle, so you want to get to the center of this one, roughly, doesn't matter too much, and you want to look at this sort of pillar thing here, move your crosshair just to the side of it so it's not in line with it, and then you just want to left click through. That'll bounce off there, it'll bounce off that wall. That'll sort of block off your jungle and your connector. There's a tiny bit of a gap here, so be aware of that, but if you got your smoke one, your stairs smoke up, shouldn't be too much of an issue. That's probably your only choke point, it's just there. So a lot of easy smokes can be made from this bin here for your top mid. A simple one that I like to do is just line it up with this second part of the antenna, so just this point here with your western point of your horizontal crosshair, left click throw, and that'll just smoke off top mid. So you get that there, fly into snipers, no gap there. You can cross for the most part here. Obviously it's not going to be perfect. If you want it more to the right here, you will smoke off your cross, but you will also have a gap just here. So that one's kind of situational. It really depends on what your team's going for, if you want to push mid or if you want to push short. So this one could be a little bit tricky. This one's for window and mid. So line yourself up in the middle of this set of windows, so directly in the middle there. And then you see these 2 points here, so this one and this one. You're going to kind of put your crosshair in the middle of those two. And then you want to drag it out a bit to about maybe here. And you want to have your left click ready, and then you want to walk forward, and as you reach the fence is when you want to let go of your left click. I'm throwing smoke. So like that. I did mess that one up, I'll throw it again. I was trying to slow it down, make it a little bit easier for you, but you can't really do that with the smoke. So about here. Smoke. And that's better. And that'll smoke window for you. So that one takes a bit of practice. I'm not always perfect with my smokes. So you want to line it up about here. Run and throw it. Yeah. So as you can see, just trying to slow it down and show and explain makes it a little bit harder, but that'll smoke your window for you. There is a little bit of a gap here, so just practice it a little bit. It's not my best smoke, but it still gets the job done. So let's say your team wants to push B, but you want to fake an A push. You want to line yourself up on this third step here. So stand on the third step where the shadow meets the light, and then you want to line your eastern crosshair up with this antenna piece, so just there. And you want to move your crosshair to the center of the rug, which is about here. And then you want to jump throw from here. So at the height of your jump is when you want to throw, and then your smoke will bounce off the roof. Sometimes it can be a little bit unpredictable of where it lands, but it should block off jungle. If not, it'll sort of fall short and land at connector, which is still a good smoke. So I'll just show you it in practice. So it fell a little bit short and it smoked connector. With this smoke, it's sort of better not to rely on it as you know, sort of 100% blocking off connector or 100% blocking off jungle. It's more so to distract them and get them to move to that position. So I'll throw it again just to show you what I mean. So that jump throw. That was too short. I'm throwing smoke. So as you can see for the second one, it's sort of blocked off jungle. A little bit of connector. So as you can see, it can be a little bit unpredictable. It's more so to distract the team. So another easy one that you can throw, and it'll block off the guy watching short. So he'll be down there. He'll be trying to pick off your boys jumping out the window and off balcony, I guess. What you want to do is you want to come to this fridge in kitchen, and then you want to right click straight into that corner there. So that'll smoke it. And if you get a guy here, he's hard on vision to see you on balcony and the window now. They can still peek it, but it makes it a lot harder. A simple smoke I like to do for short is you jump onto my subscriber account right here, the trash bags, and you wedge yourself right into the corner, and then you move the slightest bit out and just aim in the gap between the rug and the top of the building. Just left click throw, it'll bounce off the pillar here, it'll land right there. You don't really need a great lineup for this one because basically it'll always just hit anywhere on this this pillar archway type thing, and it'll bounce and block it off. So I'll throw it again. The only thing you really need to worry about is the smoke clipping this top corner here. So I'll throw it again just to show you that you can just sort of throw it anywhere. So I'll move it a little bit out. So this is a bit of a wider angle now, and I'm still throwing it in the middle. Just a left click throw. As you can see, it still pretty well blocks off everything. Tiny bit of a gap here, but I doubt anyone's really going to push that. So that one's just a really easy one to throw. Let's say you've got one player on B. He's always sitting at about the bench. He's looking at your apps. He might be picking someone off up here or up here, and he's just playing in this annoying position where it's just hard to get to him because your team has to push out and then they have to get him. So the best way to sort of change his position, flush him out, or her, I'm not judging. You want to come to this bit of concrete here, come to the very front, aim it up with this second antenna here, line it up so your eastern point is with it, put it in about the middle, then you want to jump through. So that kind of forces this guy out of his position and also blocks a guy off the bench. So he doesn't really have an angle anymore. He still has your view of window, he still slightly has a view of balcony, but it also slightly blocks bench, so it makes it easier for you to push up short. So another good one to do is you can wedge yourself into this corner, come to the middle part of this building here, get to the very top of the building so your southern point hits the top of the roof, jump through, and that'll come straight down to unders. So that blocks con from unders. You're still exposed from window, but it gives you a chance to sort of push up and rotate into this corner here, because a lot of people like to boost up here and then straight up into window. So let's say you want a simple smoke for a window here, just from unders. You want to look at this gap just here, and you just want to left click throw. As you can see, there's no gaps in there. That gives you a bit of a mid take, and then you can jump over to boost, or you can watch short, or someone might be in con. Just makes it a little bit easier for you. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video has helped you with learning some new smokes. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment and subscribe, that really helps me. I would like to gain a few more subscribers, so anything you can do would help a lot. And until next time, thanks for watching.